We all love weddings, or at least most of us love weddings, right? What is your favorite part of a wedding?
Ceremony.
The ceremony, the service. That's a good answer when you're in church, right? The worship service. Anybody else?
Cookies.
Cookies, the cookie table. The famous cookies in Pittsburgh and around the area. We're known for having those special tables full of cookies. What's your favorite cookie? You have a favorite cookie?
All of them.
All of them.
Baklava.
Baklava, thumbprints, chocolate chip,
Lady Locks.
lady locks, ooh, pastels, ooh, those are good.
Dogs.
What'd you say?
Gobs.
Gobs, So it's a wonderful tradition where different people get to bake cookies. I know that's been a favorite pastime and that many people enjoy sometimes cooking special cookies, their favorite cookie for the bride and groom and for the guests. Other favorites could be the wedding gown. We love to see how the bride will be dressed, sometimes even the groom. And if they're going to have their own people kind of with them, then we have the celebration, the service, the ceremony. If it's a truly wonderful Christian service, it'll be a great worship service, and you'll feel the presence of the Lord, the love of God. And it's truly an amazing thing. And then I think back on some of my favorite weddings, or the weddings I remember. Are there certain ones that you remember the most? Was it someone that you knew? Was it your own wedding?
Yeah.
Or was it one of your children's wedding or a grandchild? What was your favorite wedding? Anybody?
My own.
Your own. What was so special about
It
it?
was lighthearted. It was full of love. It was fun.
Fun, lighthearted, full of love. That's wonderful. Anybody else want to share their favorite wedding, especially if your spouse is sitting next to you? Of course it was to you. So I remember a couple weddings. I went to this wedding. It cost like $5 million for this wedding, for them to stage it. It was a Hollywood wedding. They had probably used up every flower in the state of Florida. And there were so many flowers, and then even at the tables, they had chocolate flowers that looked like real flowers, almost like a Willy Wonka thing, where you took them and were like, couldn't believe it, and you tasted them, and they were the most delicious chocolate. And I think Oprah's chef had cooked up the fried chicken, and it was supposed to be amazing. They had entertainment. They had 7 different bands, and it was quite a spectacle. And what I remember about it was that it was a spectacle. That sometimes weddings can be that it becomes all about the party. I mean, we spend so much money on weddings anymore. I mean, people could really save a lot of money and buy a house with what they pay for weddings these days. And so that's not the one that stands in my mind as much as the wedding in Pittsburgh of 2 friends of mine who loved each other so much. And at the wedding service, at the worship service, you could feel and sense the Spirit of the Lord. That there was God in that space blessing this couple. That they were just so happy to be married. They believed that God had called them to love one another, to get married. And that it was truly amazing. There was so much joy. So that's what I remember. That's what stands out to me as a Christian when I have had that sense, or even known the people, or even had the opportunity to bless people to get married, to be a part of their service, and to help connect them with God, and that we all get to celebrate it. And sometimes this is such a wonderful celebration. And so we look back at our experiences of weddings and trying to remember what that was like. And some of my other favorite weddings were family weddings, where my family is pretty big, and there have been major celebrations, and the thing that I remember the most is the dancing. My family loves to dance. And I remember even my grandparents dancing. My grandfather, he could still cut the rug up until his late 80s. And I'll never forget the look of joy on his face, and all of us just enjoying the wedding of a family member.